Taking a look at some of our Alaska news for this Wednesday, August 2nd, 2017. Governor Walker signed the state capital budget with no vetoes. He went on to praise them for their hard work on the issue, on the fact that the capital budget was delayed by, half a year. Didn't seem to faze the governor. U.S. Interior Secretary Ryan Zinke claims that the alleged threat that he made to the Alaska senators are laughable. This, as you recall, right after Senator Murkowski's no vote on the Obamacare repeal. Basically, there was a call from Zinke to Murkowski and another one to Sullivan, in which he said that basically because of that vote, Alaska is not going to see some of these development issues that they had promised. Now Zinke says, oh, no, that's silly. The entire police department in Sandpoint quit during the month of July. Sandpoint is a little community out there in the Aleutians. About 1,000 people, but it swells by several hundred during the summer when a whole bunch of people show up to fish. And it all began, actually, with one person whose spouse was in the military quit because the spouse was being reassigned. And another couple, husband and wife, they quit their positions in order to deal with family issues. That left only the police chief, and when he decided he was going to go on vacation, basically, he and the council came to the mutual agreement that there would not be a job waiting for him when he came back. Well, that left the city of Sandpoint with no police. Now, lest you think that all of a sudden the community just went crazy and started killing each other, they did not. In fact, people seemed to behave themselves quite well without having someone you want to watch over them and make sure that they behaved well. I think it ended up only being about 4 or 5 days that they had no police actually on staff at all. And now they do have a police force again in Sandpoint. But it's interesting to note that, once again, the fears of turning into a purge where all crime is legal because no one's there to catch you, it didn't happen. There did, however, see some criminal activity in places where there are police. For instance, in Anchorage, a vehicle was shot and torched over the weekend. In Fairbanks, a man was attacked with a hatchet at a bar and killed. And out at Napaskiak, another man shot a man charged with murder. These are all places that do have police. A new geological mapping along the Alaska Peninsula reveals a new tsunami risk in an area where they previously thought it was a low tsunami risk. And the Assembly in Juneau, remember they voted to support the U.S. Mayor's Climate Change Agreement Accord. That means coming up for reconsideration. The mayor saying that it's not so sure they should get involved with every single national issue that comes up. The judge in the defamation case against the New York Times is going to rule by August whether or not that suit by Sarah Palin will proceed. And lastly, you remember the story about the gray whale that went up the river here last weekend on Thursday? A hunter in a village in that area on the Kuskokwim River shot the whale. And other villagers came out and harvested it and distributed it to 15 villages. Now the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration said it was an unauthorized hunt. And they're investigating who they're going to charge with the unauthorized hunt. They said there are only a few villages that are specifically allowed to hunt a specific type of whale, bowheads, not gray whale. We'll see where this goes. Something to watch. That's all we have time for. If you want more news, we've got 30 to 40 minutes on an audio version, which I email out to my subscribers at radiofreespeech.com.